when I swore that someday I would get out of that basement and travel to a magical, faraway place where the sun is always shining and the air smells like warm root beer and the towels are oh so fluffy. Where the Shriners and the lepers play their ukuleles all day long and anyone on the street will gladly shave your back for a nickel. Waka waka doo-doo, yeah! Well, I'll tell you people, it wasn't long at all before my dream came true. Because the very next day a local radio station had this contest to see who could correctly guess the number of molecules in Leonard Nimoy's butt. I was off by 3, but I still won the grand prize. That's right, a first-class one-way ticket to Albuquerque. Albuquerque. Oh yeah. You know, I'd never been on a real airplane before, and I gotta tell you, it was really great. Except I had to between 2 large Albanian women with excruciating dirt body odor. And the little kid in the back of me kept throwing up the whole time. The flight attendants ran out of Dr. Pepper and salted peanuts. And the in-flight movie was flying down with Wally Shore. And oh yeah, 3 of the airplane engines burned out. And we went into a tailspin and crashed into a hillside. And the plane exploded in a giant fireball. And everybody died. Except for me. You know why? Because I have a tray table love. And my seat back in the full of wreckage. I crawled on my hands and knees for 3 full days, dragging along a big leather suitcase and my garment bag, and my tenor saxophone, and my 12-pound bowling ball, and my lucky autograph, glow-in-the-dark snorkel. But finally I arrived at the world-famous Albuquerque Holiday Inn, where the halls are oh so fluffy, and you can eat your soup right out of the ashtray if you want. It's okay, they're clean. Well, I checked into my room, and I turned down the AC, and I turned on the spectrovision, and I'm just about taking a little chocolate into my mouth that I love so very, very much, but suddenly there's a knock on the door. Well, who could that be? I say, who is it? No answer. Who is it? There's no answer. Who is it? They're not saying anything. So finally I go over and I open the door, and just as I suspected, it's some big fat hermaphrodite with a flock of seagulls haircut and only 1 nostril. Oh man, I hate it when I'm right. So anyway, he burst into my room and he grabbed my lucky snorkel. I'm like, hey, you can't have that. That snorkel's been just like a snorkel to me. And he's like, tough. And I'm like, give it. And he's like, make me. And I'm like, okay. So I grabbed his leg and he grabbed my esophagus and he bit off his ear and he chewed up my eyebrows and I took out his appendix and he gave me a colonic irrigation. You better believe it. And somehow in the middle of it all, the phone got knocked off the hook. 20 seconds later, I heard a familiar voice. And you know what it said? I'll tell you what it said. It said, if you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator. If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator. In Albuquerque. Well, to cut a long story short, he got away with my snorkel. But I made a solemn vow right then and there that I would not rest. I would not sleep for an instant until the 1-nostril man was brought to justice. But first I decided to buy some donuts. So I got in my car and I rolled to the donut shop and I walked on this guy behind the counter and he said, yeah, what do you want? I said, you get any glazed donuts? He said, nah, we're out of glazed donuts. I said, you get any jelly donuts? He said, nah, we're out of jelly donuts. I said, you get any Bavarian cream-filled donuts? He said, nah, we're out of Bavarian cream-filled donuts. I said, you got any cinnamon rolls? He said, nah, we're out of cinnamon rolls. I said, you got any apple fritters? He said, nah, we're out of apple fritters. I said, you got any chocolate donuts? He said, nah, we're out of chocolate donuts. I said, said, "Get any mulberry donuts?" He said, "Never mulberry donuts!" He said, "Get any gooseberry donuts?" He said, "Never gooseberry donuts!" He said, "Get any halle-berry donuts?" He said, "Never halle-berry donuts!" He said, "Get any French crawlers?" He said, "Never French crawlers!" He said, "Get any old fashions?" He said, "No, what old fashions?" He said, "Get any maple bars?" He said, "No, maple bars!" I said, "Get any bear claws?" He said, "Wait a minute, I'll go check." So in that case, what do you have? He says, all I got right now is this box of 12 starving, crazed weasels. I said, okay, I'll take that. So he hands me the box, and I open up the lid, and the weasels jump out, and they immediately latch on my face and start biting me all over. Oh, man! They were just going nuts. I mean, they were literally tearing me apart. You know, I think it was just about that time that a little ditty started rolling around inside my head. I believe it went a little something like this. I ran into the street with these flesh-eating weasels all over my face, waving my arms all around, just running like a constipated wiener dog. And as luck would have it, that's exactly when I ran into the girl of my dreams. Her name was Zelda. She was a calligraphy enthusiast with a slight overbite and hair the color of strained peaches. I'll never forget the very first thing she ever said to me. She said, "Hey, you got weasels on your face." That's when I knew it was true love. We were inseparable after that. We ate together, we bathed together, we even shared the same piece of milk-flavored dental floss. The world was our burrito. So we got married and we bought us a house and had 2 beautiful children, Nathaniel and Superfly. Oh, we were so very, very, very happy. Oh, yeah. But then one fateful night, Zelda said to me, she said, "Sweetie pumpkin, honey boo-boo, sugar boo-boo, sucrose urethra, do you want to join the Columbia Record Club?" I said, "Whoa! Hold on, baby! I'm just not ready for that kind of commitment!" So we broke up and I never saw her again, but that's just the way things go. Really started looking up for me because about a week later, I finally achieved my lifelong dream. Got me a part-time job with the Sizzler! I even made Employee of the Month after I put out that grease fire with my face. Everybody's pretty jealous of me after that. Getting a lot of attitude. Okay, like one time, I was out in the parking lot trying to remove my excess earwax with a golf pencil, when I see this guy Marty trying to carry a big old sofa up the stairs all by himself. So I see him and say, "Hey, you want me to help you with that?" And Marty, he just rolls his eyes and goes, "No, I want you to cut off my arms and legs with a chainsaw." So I did. And then he gets all indignant on me. He's like, "Hey man, I was just being sarcastic." Well, that's just great. How was I supposed to know that? Not a winery for crying out loud. Besides, now he's got a really cute nickname, Torso Boy. So what's he complaining about? That reminds me of another amusing anecdote. This guy comes up to me on the street, he tells me he hasn't had a bite in 3 days. Right? Well, I knew what he meant, but just to be funny, I took a big bite out of his jugular vein, and he's yelling and screaming and bleeding all over, and I'm like, hey, come on, don't you get it? But he just keeps rolling around the sidewalk, bleeding and screaming, you know, completely missing the irony of the whole situation. Some people just can't take a joke, you know? Sad.
way of saying it, but I guess the whole point I'm really trying to make here is